Hi students, how are you all? Today we are going to start the new topic biomolecules. So biomolecules means from bio we can understand which is related to living organism. Molecules, the word related to chemistry. Yes, the chemical reaction in biological process or the chemical present in the living organism we are going to study in this lesson, biomolecules, right? So all the living organism made up of biomolecular compounds. What are the biomolecular compounds? We know that carbohydrate, proteins, then lipids, lipids in the sense fat, okay? Then we can say nucleic acid. So these are the familiar biomolecular compounds, okay? So one by one we are going to learn in this lesson, okay? Then we may have the doubt about what are the elements made present in our human body. So the human body having certain elements: carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, and then phosphorus. So these are the element present excess in our human body, okay? So in the biomolecules, what are the uses of biomolecules? See, the biomolecular compounds like carbohydrate, other compound used as a fuel. The biomolecule used as a fuel. What type of fuel it is? Which is used to carry out that biological process. So any biological process if you want to do which needs some energy, that energy we can get it from these biomolecular compounds, okay? So what is the definition for biochemistry? Biochemistry. What is biochemistry? So it is a field of studying about chemistry behind the biological process. Chemistry behind the biological process. So in biological process, what are the chemical reactions that takes place? If you study about that chemical reaction in the living things, we can say that is biochemistry. So in this unit, we are going to learn certain essential biomolecular compound and their structures and also its importance. Okay. The first type of biomolecular compound we are going to see, that is carbohydrate. So the carbohydrate is one of the important biomolecular compound for living things. The maximum abundant or the most abundant element biomolecular compound in living organism, that is nothing but carbohydrate. Okay. So the maximum we can find in the living organism, that is carbohydrate, right? So the carbohydrate also called saccharides. Another name of carbohydrate, saccharides. Saccharides means what, sir? See, in Greek word saccharon. From the saccharon it comes saccharide. So what is the meaning of that saccharon? Sweet or sugar. So all that, or we can say maximum of carbohydrates having sweet taste. So that's why we can simply called sugars. Okay. So in saccharides means Greek word saccharon. Saccharon means sugar. Okay. So from that, the word derived into saccharides. Okay. So the saccharides compounds also called, that means carbohydrate, we can say hydrates of carbon. Hydrates of carbon. What do you mean hydrates of carbon? Hydration, addition of water. So water with carbon only formed as a carbohydrate. Sir, what are you telling? Only water? No, not in the form of water, but like water compounds. See, water means H2O, 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. In this ratio, the hydrogen oxygen present or combined with carbon, they are forming biomolecular compounds, particularly carbohydrate. So, in the carbohydrate, carbon is attached with oxygen and hydrogen in the same ratio like water, 2:1 ratio. 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen in the ratio, right? That's why we can say the carbohydrate also hydrates of carbon, right? Some example for carbohydrate, glucose. So it is an monosaccharide. We will see how it is called monosaccharide. Then starch, cellulose, ribose, like there are many carbohydrates. Fructose, okay, right. Some structure of glucose. Now we are going to see the D-glucose structure. In detail, how it comes, the structure we will learn in this lesson itself. Now just for example, we are going to see the structure of D-glucose. So CH2, HOH, HOH, OH, H, and then HOH, CHO. This is the structure of D-glucose. Why, sir, it is called D-glucose, L-glucose? So, based on its configuration, that means arrangement. What arrangement? The place of OH and hydrogen, we have the different configuration. So, the arrangement of hydrogen and OH group is displaced, means we will say another type of configuration. So if you say this is D-glucose, if you rearrange that or displace that hydrogen OH, we'll say L. Okay. So in detail we'll see, continuously we'll see. Okay. Right. How will you prepare the glucose or carbohydrate? The very familiar preparation of carbohydrates are photosynthesis reaction. What is photosynthesis reaction? So living organism like plants, in the green leaves, there is a particular chemical compound, chlorophyll. That chlorophyll absorbs carbon dioxide and water. In the presence of sunlight, we know that photosynthesis reaction, it will produce carbohydrate with oxygen. So because of this reaction, many carbohydrates are prepared in the photosynthesis reaction, nature itself. Okay, plants are main sources to produce the carbohydrates. Okay, now we are going to see about the configuration of carbohydrate. What do you mean configuration? Arrangement. So how arrange the elements, atoms in the compound? Based on that, we'll give different name. Okay, D, L, like that. So configuration means first we must know about optically active character. All the or maximum of carbohydrates are optically active in nature. Then you will ask, what is optically active, sir? Right? So if you want to know optically active the term, you must know what is plane polarized light. So what is plane polarized light? The normal light diverges in all directions, right? If you pass through the Nigel prism, it will polarize or it can scatter in particular direction. This light only called plane polarized light. This plane polarized light is passed through any chemical compound. The compound can rotate this plane polarized light towards a clockwise direction, or it may be rotate towards an anti-clockwise direction. Based on that, if the compound rotates clockwise direction, means we will say texture rotation, that is called a D. The compound will be named with D. Prefix we have to add D. Suppose the plain polysaccharide is rotated towards the anti-clockwise direction, we'll say L. Okay. Now I hope you may understand. So maximum of carbohydrates are optically active in nature. That optically active compound should have at least one chiral carbon. So what do you mean chiral carbon? One carbon, we know that 4 valency, right? All the 4 valency of that carbon is bonded or satisfied with different compound A, B, C, D. Like it is bonded means we can say that is chiral carbon. Listen carefully. Carbon will have 4 valency. All 4 valency are different compounds satisfied means we can say that is chiral carbon. In case here also A, similar compound present means that is not chiral compound. Okay. So one compound becoming optically active means it should have at least one chiral carbon. Okay. How many isomers will form? Based on number of chiral carbon, it will form the isomers. Okay. So isomer, number of isomer depends upon the number of chiral carbon. So one chiral carbon means it may have 2 isomers, like we have the formula that also we will learn. 2n squared formula we will learn. Okay. Right. Now 11th itself we may study about DL system according to Fischer projection formula. Fischer projection formula gives based on the glyceraldehyde structure. What do you mean glyceraldehyde? It is an compound. That glyceraldehyde is taken as a basic material to know the DL system of all other compound, or as a base the glycerol is considered. Based on that remaining compounds are named. So because of that Fischer projection formula we can able to understand the DL system. So what is the molecular formula for glyceraldehyde? CH2OH, HOH, then CHO. This is called glyceraldehyde. Listen. See, glyceraldehyde itself having DL configuration. So we can consider this is D-glyceraldehyde means we can write just to interchange the H and OH, we will get L-glyceraldehyde. So DL is named based on the position of H and OH. Glyceraldehyde. Okay, right. So any compound which is similar with this group, or any compound having the same arrangement like CH2OH, HCHO, that means CH2OH group attached carbon having HOH arrangement means we can say that is also D configuration. In case the CH2OH group attached carbon first hydrogen next to OH arrangement means we can say L configuration. If we take that compound we can easily understand. For example, you take ribose, other compound, or ethros, small examples. CH2OH, HOH, one more HOH is there. Then we can take aldehyde. Okay. So here the name of the compound is D-erythrose. So what do you mean D-erythrose? Why it comes erythrose? It's okay. Its name. Why it comes D? See, if you compare this group in D-glyceraldehyde, the same arrangement present in the erythrose also. Because of that, this erythrose also called D-erythrose. In case if you change the OH H in the place of erythrose, now how will you name for this erythrose? L-erythrose. Okay, because if you change the HOH in the glyceraldehyde, it will be called L-glyceraldehyde. The same way, glucose, fructose, all the remaining ribose will name based on the arrangement of HOH we have to compare that arrangement with the glyceraldehyde arrangement. So we must know what is D-glyceraldehyde, what is L-glyceraldehyde. D-glyceraldehyde, if you know, we can compare with that all the other compound. They are also having that similar arrangement. You need not to worry about the remaining group, right? For example, if it's having one more HOH group, you need not to worry. Only that CH2OH group attached carbon having similar arrangement means we can say D, or dissimilar means we can say L. Okay, right? How you mention or how that D configuration is denoted with capital D, and also we can denote with a plus. Okay, L, capital L, or with minus. Okay, so how will you denote, or somewhere we may have plus glucose, that means dextrorotatory glucose. L or minus glucose means that is levorotatory. Already I told you D means what? Dextrorotatory. Levorotatory. So one compound rotates a plane polar slide towards clockwise direction, we can say dextrorotation. We have to name D. Any chemical compound which rotates the plane polar slide towards anti-clockwise direction, we can say levorotatory. Levorotatory means L, dextrorotatory means D. Okay, we can confirm or compare with the glyceraldehyde also. Okay, right. The same D plus you can mention like L plus. If you mention even the L plus, D plus, or you can mention L plus. So L plus also similar with D plus, or the L minus you can mention D minus. Somewhere they may give D minus, that is nothing but levorotatory. Somewhere they may give L plus, that is nothing but dextrorotatory. Okay. Now many compounds are given for comparison. Now I will write one compound. For example, glucose. Okay, CHO, HOH, OHH, HOH, HOH, then CH2OH. What is the name of this compound? I will say glucose. D or L glucose. You just check it. CH2OH group attached carbon having HOH arrangement. So D glucose. Okay. So this is the way you have to name D or L. Next, classification of carbohydrate. What do you mean classification? Based on its product formed on hydrolysis reaction. What do you mean hydrolysis? For X carbohydrate compound, or you say glucose, the glucose on reaction with water, hydrolysis reaction, it will give certain product, you know. Based on that product, we can classify the carbohydrate into three categories. Carbohydrate are classified into three. First one is monosaccharide. The second one is oligosaccharide. The third one is polysaccharide. So how do you name? See, on hydrolysis, which gives only one type of product, we can say mono, which may give 2 to 10 subdivision or 2 to 10 side product. Okay, on the hydrolysis reaction, 2 to 10 variable compounds if you are able to get, you can say oligosaccharide, or more than 10 if you get on hydrolysis, we'll say polysaccharide. Okay, this further classified into based on aldehyde functional group and ketone functional group. Okay, so now we are going to see about monosaccharides. Okay, so one of the familiar or important saccharide, that is monosaccharide. Okay, so the carbohydrate, if you hydrolysis that monosaccharide, if you hydrolysis, it will not give further hydrolysis. So hydrolysis reaction will not take place. No reaction, or further it cannot hydrolyze into smaller product. That kind of saccharides are called monosaccharide. That means what? We have taken one compound, saccharide compound, that is carbohydrate. If you hydrolysis, we may not get any new product. The same product we will get means further we cannot hydrolysis. That compounds are called monosaccharides. Okay. So the monosaccharides also called simple sugars. Okay. Because the least smallest compound. So we can say simple sugar. The central molecular formula for monosaccharides are CnH2O n times. Okay, carbohydrates itself having this same general molecular formula. Some example for monosaccharides, already we know that glucose, right? So ribose, and also we can take some other fructose, all are monosaccharides. Okay, right? Now that monosaccharide further classified based on two properties. One is the monosaccharide further classified based on two because of the functional group. Functional group present in the monosaccharide and then number of carbon. Based on these two property, monosaccharide can classified into two. They are aldose, ketose. What do you mean aldose? Aldehyde functional group present means aldose. Ketone functional group present means ketose. Okay, right. Aldehyde with 3 carbon. Aldehyde functional group is there, sir. Then with 3 carbon, how will you name? 3 means dry. So aldo 3 carbon means how will you name? Aldo trioses. Okay, dryose. Then 4 carbon present means in the chain aldo tetrose. 5 carbon means aldo pentose. So likewise, based on functional group and the number of carbon, we can classify the monosaccharide. Now, how will you write for ketone? The same 3 carbon means ketodryose. Then ketodetrose. Then ketopentose. So, like you can name for all the subdivisions in the monosaccharides. Okay, so functional group and also number of carbon you must know, right? Next we are going to see glucose, the very familiar important sugar, the simplest sugar and also very important for all the living things, that is nothing but glucose. So in the glucose also called blood sugar, right? From where we can prepare most important sugar I told. Okay, right? So it is present in honey, some sweet fruits like grapes and also mangoes, etc. Right? Particularly we can say which is present in the fruits, sweet fruits. Okay, and also in the blood, 100 milligram per deciliter is present in the blood. Okay, so in the blood which is present like this quantity, because of that we can say the glucose also blood sugar, right? So what's another name of glucose? Blood sugar. Okay, right. If the glucose on combined nature, with combined with the other compound, it may produce some other compound like starch, cellulose, other higher compounds, right? How will you prepare the glucose compound? There are two preparation. One is from cane sugar. So from the cane sugar means nothing but that is starch. Sorry, sucrose. Cane sugar is nothing but sucrose. C12H22O11. On hydrolysis, in the presence of sulfuric acid, it will give glucose and also fructose. So it will give glucose fructose mixture. So we have prepared the glucose. Then another preparation from starch. What's the formula? It is a polysaccharide. So C5H10O6 N times if you take on hydrolysis presence of HCl. Here we have to use temperature 393 Kelvin as well as 2 to 3 atmosphere pressure. If you use, we'll get N number of glucose. So these are the very important preparations of glucose. The structural elucidation of glucose we'll see in the next video. Thank you.